Hi, this is Chad, and I'm going to show you quickly how to grab material from ambientcg.com and then apply it to a cube in Blender and then export it so that you can import it into LibsGD. This will give you somewhat of an introduction to how to use PBR materials and how to set them up in the shader editor in Blender. So I'm going to do this just off the cuff. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go to ambientcg.com first. All right. And then we're going to find a material. If it actually, whoops, I typed it wrong. All right. There we go. And then we go to the assets and we'll apply something to the cube. Let's see. That's really interesting looking. What could we put on the cube? That would be cool looking. I want to see how this looks. It's like foil. Okay, now we'll just download the 1K version and open it. And then I'm going to extract the contents of this somewhere. Just going to go D drive, Blender, materials, and I'm just going to put it as foil because I'm not going to be importing this directly into LibsGD. I'm going to apply it to a model in Blender and then export that out as a GLB file. This is different than just feeding this folder, like using load material in LibsGD and just feeding it the path to the folder, and then it just automatically grabbing all this and applying it to a model that you generate inside LibsGD. This is different. This is we're gonna go into Blender and then I'm gonna show you how in the shader editor how to add these. So anyway, D drive, Blender, materials, foil. Okay. And it looks like we have in here ambient occlusion. I'm not super sure about how to add this map yet, but we'll figure it out. And there's the color, which is also called albedo. Displacement, that can definitely be added. Metalness. Normal DX is what I've been using because that's the DirectX one. And roughness. So all these can definitely be applied to our cube model. All right, so let's go into Blender. And let's see. All right, we'll just start with this cube model here. And right up here, we're going to change this viewport shading to, it says display objects as the material preview. All right. And right now the material is just blank. Now we're going to go down the material here. And for base color, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add an image texture. All right. And then right here, you can see the image textures that are available in the blend file, but we're going to open the one that we just downloaded. And I'm going to go to Blender, foil, materials, foil, I believe is where, yeah, materials, foil. And we're going to pick the color map. Okay. So there's the color. Doesn't look like much. All right. I think all the cool stuff about this is in like the displacement map and the shininess. So we're going to go to the shading editor up here. And that way we can see all these nodes down here. And you can see there's like we got 3 nodes right here from the start. This is that image texture that I just applied, and I have the color output of that texture from that foil color.jpg, color output into the base color of the principal BSDF shader type, and then the output goes to the material output. And you can learn a lot about this stuff, but it's, you know, I'm gonna try to skip as many unnecessary details right now and just show you the steps. But you know, it really helps to study like all these different characteristics and what they do, and you know, you'll become a much better artist and programmer in the long run if you understand what all this is, you know, what the effects of all these things are. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna create a new image texture in here. We hit add, and then I'm gonna go to texture, image texture, and I'm gonna say open. We'll go back to that folder that I was in, the foil folder, and we'll go ahead and we'll apply roughness. That's one of the most important ones. All right. And now within roughness, we're going to take the color output of that and drag it into the roughness input here. Okay. Not much has changed up here. You can see a little bit of glossiness on the top because I use this like this. This is the environment map, the default environment map that Blender uses. So you can see kind of at certain angles how it's getting glossy. I also think that this alpha needs to go to alpha, but I don't think it matters if you don't really have any kind of transparency set up. And it doesn't seem to make a difference either way. So let's add the next one. Go to texture, image texture, and I'm going to open up from this foil. We'll go to metalness. All right, and we're going to drag metalness into metallic. So let's go ahead and color. Oh, now look at that. Look how shiny that is. All right, now let's go ahead and add another one. Texture, image texture, open, and we're going to go with normal, add that normal map. And then we also, once we do that, I don't think you drag this normal color directly into here. Let's see what it does if I drag it. No, I guess you can do that. Wow, look at that. Oh, okay. So let's also add displacement. I believe we can add displacement to this. So let's add another image texture. Bring it down here and open up foil, displacement, color into displacement. And I do believe, and that is shiny stuff, that I read somewhere, or that I saw in another video, where it says to change these the color space to non-color for some of these. It doesn't look like it makes a difference, Maybe that's for like when you're importing into Godot, but I don't think I've noticed any difference. Well, I'm going to go ahead and export this and then try to get it into LibsGD right now and see what happens. All right, so file, and we'll save as, and I'll just save it in my Blitz folder, Blitz 3D, and I'll just go into here and call it test cube, and then export it as a GLTF. All right, and also this is yeah. All right, testcube.glb. All right, and we'll export it. And then let's go over to Blitz 3D. I hope this works. And I'm going to open up my template. I have a simple template, I believe. Simple template right here. Okay. And ground, and then right here, I'm going to load the model. It's not a bone model, just load model. And simple underscore cube. Or did I say that? Or no, test cube. Test cube.glb. We don't need to animate it. And let's see what that does. Too many parameters. Oh, that's just to say with skin. That's for the bone model. And there we go. Go ahead and back up the camera. Okay, and just, I guess let's move the model up a little bit. Move entity 0,1, and let's see, that should get it. Oops, I didn't put a comma. Good deal. And so you can see that's how it's done. I hope this was helpful, and ask me questions in the forum if you need any more help. Thanks.